Hello students, today we are going to learn about soil forming factors and processes. Before this we studied different types of rocks and minerals. In today's class we are going to learn about the formation of soil from these rocks and the processes which are responsible for this. Soil formation, it is a process which includes two stages. First one is weathering of rock into regolith and second one is formation of soil from the regolith. Already we are knowing that after the weathering of rock, that is a parent that get converted into parent material, that is regolith, and from this soil is going to form. So that including second stage. So these are the two consecutive but overlapping stages. Let us know about the soil forming factors. Dokuchev, father of soil science, was first established the soil forming factors, which includes the factors like parent material, climate, organism, and that forms a equation, that is S is equal to, that means soil formation is equal to function of parent material, climate, and organism. That means Dokuchev includes only these three factors. But in 1941, Jenny formulated this equation which is known as soil formation equation. That includes soil forming, it is a function of climate, organism, relief or topography, parent material, and time. This equation also includes some additional factors like fire, storms, etc. So these are the main 5 factors which are responsible for formation of soil. And with the help of this factor, different processes, that is soil formation processes, convert the soil, convert the parent material into soil, and the different soil properties, these are depend upon the soil formation process as well as these factors. These 5 soil forming factors, these are acting simultaneously on the surface of earth for the formation of soil, and these are grouped into two classes, that is passive soil forming factor and second one is active soil forming factors. Active soil forming factors are those factors which provides the energy, and that energy act or work on the parent material and from which soil gets developed. So this includes climate and biosphere, that is organism and vegetation. Passive soil forming factors are those factors which represents the source of soil forming mass and which includes the condition which affects the soil formation process, which includes parent material, relief or topography, and time. Let us see in detail about these passive soil forming factors. First of all, parent material. Already we are knowing that parent material means it is an unconsolidated material from which soil is going to form, and this parent material that get transported from its original place to another place through some forces. Some examples are given here. If this parent material or this material that is transported and deposited by the agent, that is water, then that transported material or deposited material that is known as alluvium. If the material that get transported by the action of gravity, then the material is known as colluvium. Sometimes this material also get transported by the action of glaciers, that is known as glacial. And if material gets exposed to the at the surface due to the change in sea level, so that is known as marine. Likewise, this alluvial soil that get from alluvium, colluvial soils that get formed from colluvium. These soil properties greatly influenced by parent material. That means which type of parent material is there, which type of rock is there, minerals which are present in rock. According to that, profile development and type of soil that gets differentiated. Suppose acid igneous rock, that is granite is there, that produce light texture soil, which we can know alfisol. So this soil order that we are going to study in detail later on. Basic igneous rock, example basalt, that produce fine texture cracking clay soil, which is categorized under vertisol. Basic alluvium material that produce the fine porous texture soil, that grouped under the order antisol or inceptisol. And the nature of elements released during the decaying of rock, that has a specific role in soil formation. Already we are knowing different minerals are there present in rock, that is in parent material. If silicon and aluminum content, according to that, the skeleton of this secondary clay mineral type gets decided. Iron and manganese, that imparts the red color to the soil. If sodium and potassium dominant is there, these are act as a dispersing agent for clay and humus colloids. If calcium and magnesium, that is in large amount, flocculation we can observe, because these are act as a flocculating agent and it forms stable soil structure. So likewise, the material or elements which are present in parent material, according to these soil formation process factors that are defined. Second, that is relief or topography, that indicates the configuration of land surface. Relief denotes the slope and slope angle, while topography denotes the difference in the elevation of the land on broad scale. That means the area or the slope of the land. Category is given if soil get formed on flat surface which has near to 0 to 2% slope. Undulating land 2 to 5% slope. If hilly is there, slope has 15 to 30%. Likewise, according to the percent of slope, this relief or topography that get varies. And the soils which are formed in this different topographic area, that depends on the slope. Flat soils have normal horizon compared to undulating and depressions, that means slopy area. Now the next factor, that is time. Soil formation, it is a very slow process. For the formation of 1 inch layer soil, 1000 years are required, and according to that we can decide the age of soil and the period which is required for the formation of soil, that is called as pedologic time. We can say soil which is fully developed, which shows horizon like A, B and C. We can take an example. Limestone decomposes more rapidly than the sandstone. That means on the type of parent material, the weathering rate, soil formation rate that get varied. Most suggested the different stages of weathering: initial stage, juvenile stage, virile stage, senile stage, and final stage. That means according to the time which is required for the weathering process, we can decide the age of soil. We can categorize the soil at initial stage when unweathered parent material is there, and we can categorize the soil into final layer when we can observe the fully developed soil, that means with A, B and C horizon. So likewise we can observe the different stages of soil development, and according to the time the soil properties also change with organic matter content, then nitrogen content. As time increases, calcium carbonate content in the soil that get reduced because of the process of decalcification, that is removal of calcium from soil layer. In humid region, hydrogen ion concentration increases due to the chemical weathering. So at this stage we can found the soil matures with time. That means content of parent material, reactions which are carried out that are responsible for the time span of soil formation. Now the second part of soil forming factors, that is active factors, which supplies the energy that acts on mass for the purpose of soil formation. First of all, climate. Climatic condition includes the type and rate of soil formation. That means according to these climatic condition of that particular geographical area, we can find the variation in soil as well as soil formation process, different properties of soil. If arid climate is there, then precipitation is very less and soil remains dry and most dry for a longer period in a year. If humid climate is there, excess precipitation will be there and it results in leaching of salts and bases. If oceanic climate is there, that is a moderate seasonal variation of rainfall and temperature. Then Mediterranean climate, that means if moderate precipitation, winter, summer, we can moderate precipitation, winter and summers when dry and what. That means under this condition different soil forming factors or the rate will be differ, we can observe. If continental climate, that means when warm summer, extremely cool winters. Temperate means cool, humid condition with warm summer. And in tropical and subtropical climatic condition, we can observe the warm to about humid with isothermal condition. So these are the different dominant climatic condition which are recognized, and according to these different climatic condition, soil formation rate, weathering rate, that is going to differs, as well as type of soil and properties of soil also get varied because of this variation in climatic condition. That's why it is known as a active soil forming factor. Next, precipitation. It is the most important climatic factor. It carries the material with it and redeposited in another place. That means according to the intensity of precipitation, soil formation rate that goes to vary. Temperature. If high temperature, that hinders the process of leaching and cause an upward movement of soluble salt. If high temperature is there, then the salts which are present at low-lying area that moves in downward direction and that start to settle down at the surface. Temperature factor also control the rate of chemical and biological reaction. In tropical region, the rate of weathering it is faster than the temperate region. That means all these climatic factors that affect the rate of weathering, process of soil formation. Next active factor, that is the organism and vegetables. The role of microorganism that is related to decomposition of organic matter and formation of humus, that is humification process. Second role is related to mineralization, that means conversion from one form to another form. It includes plant roots also that penetrate into the parent material when they act both mechanically as well as chemically. That means as root penetrate into the parent material, they releases some organic material that means it disturb the or it affect the weathering process and facilitate to percolation and drainage as well as greater dissolution of minerals because it releases the CO2 from plant roots as well as some other acidic substances. If the area is under forest condition, that reduces the temperature and it increases the humidity. If grasses area under grassland, that reduces the runoff and results greater penetration. So these are the organism and vegetation factors. Okay, so we will stop here. Now we studied the different soil forming factors, that is active factors which includes climate and biosphere, and passive factors which include relief, parent material and time. Under this we studied by which way these factors are related to the soil forming process. In next part we are going to study about the soil formation process. Okay, thank you.